Hi, today I'm going to talk about menopause and the adrenal glands, how they're related. So when one reaches menopause, which is at the time when the ovaries have lowered their volume of production of progesterone and estrogen, which is the female sex hormones, when it's come down to about 40% of production of estrogen, the menopause is like setting in. And at full menopause, there is no more progesterone and estrogen produced by the ovaries, so another organ takes over the function, which is the adrenal glands. So today I'm going to talk about the function of the adrenal glands and how it actually replaces and takes on the job of the ovaries when they're no longer working. What tends to happen at menopause, the ratio of estrogen to progesterone goes out of balance. And then when that goes out of balance, you can have up to zero progesterone happening, and estrogen is now unopposed. When estrogen is unopposed, nothing is opposing it or cancelling it or balancing it. What happens is it actually switches on the cancer genes. And you get the risk of breast cancer, cancer reproduction organs, you can get blood clots in the veins, cardiovascular diseases, and osteoporosis, and women experience hot flushes, irritability, and mood swings. So I will cover how to reverse that and bring it back to normality. My name is Alan Warnitz. I'm a nutrition expert. I help people restore their health using nutrition. So today I'm going to talk about nutrition regarding how to restore your body back to where it should be, with removing the hot flushes, irritability, and reducing the risk of cancer. So the adrenal glands, here's a little picture here, or a little sketch. This is the kidney. On top of your kidneys are the adrenal glands, which is on top here. This is now taking on the job of producing your progesterone and estrogen. The adrenal glands is also a gland which produces cortisol, which is a stress hormone. So when your body is under stress, the adrenal glands produces cortisol, and what tends to happen, stress normally uses up all the nutrients to make cortisol, and when there's no more nutrients, the adrenal glands don't have the nutrients now to produce the hormones. So it's like on a double job now. Prior to that, the adrenal glands was helping you deal with the stress because the ovaries were producing the female hormones. Now that they've stopped, the adrenal glands now has got that extra job. So what needs to happen is the adrenal glands need to be fed, need to be given the nutrients, extra nutrients now to produce the progesterone, and from progesterone the estrogen is produced. Now, where does cholesterol come from? Cholesterol comes from the liver. Now, if the liver does not have the food, the nutrients to produce cholesterol, then there's no cholesterol, and no cholesterol goes into the adrenal glands. Now, if you are on medication that stops your liver from making cholesterol, that's another problem. So you need to meet with your doctor or a health practitioner to find out what needs to happen so that your body is making the right cholesterol, so that there is enough material going there to make the progesterone and to make the stress hormones. Because stress will never go, there will always be stress, so stress takes on these foods first. That's what takes priority, because the body has to be able to deal with the stress. So what the cortisol does and adrenaline, it actually helps the body get ready for fighting or running away. So that's a natural process in the body. So what does the liver, so you need to take care of the liver and take care of the adrenal glands, and all these work together to balance out the production of estrogen and progesterone. So for the liver to work, it requires certain foods, and to make cholesterol, it requires lecithin and omega-3. Lecithin, you get them in granules, 3 to 4 teaspoons a day. You put it in your breakfast, in your meals, you can put it anywhere. Omega-3, up to 2,000 milligrams of omega-3. Omega-3s, I can give you, there's an article that I can provide in a link after the video, you can find the link and find where you get omega-3s. You get omega-3s from fish, you get omega-3s from nuts and seeds. There's a whole a lot of foods that you can learn how to find your omega-3s. Now, for the adrenal glands to work and produce the progesterone and produce the stress hormones, it needs vitamin B5, vitamin C, B complex. B5, 500 to 1,000 milligrams, C, 2,000 to 4,000 milligrams, B complex, 25 to 50 milligrams. You can get B complex in a multivitamin, some multivitamins and minerals, you'll have them which has that amount. Just be careful about the multivitamin and minerals that you buy, read the labels, make sure they've got at least 25 to 50 milligrams. Some are sold with 5 milligrams and they're very expensive. You can get this other products from the health shops with that amount of B complex, which is the same price. And omega-3 I explained. Vitamin E, 400 milligrams, you can take up to 800 milligrams when you are doing a repair of the adrenal glands and you're feeding it at the time. When that happens, then this production starts to happen. When this is not working and your estrogen levels go higher and your progesterone level go down, your immune system also gets compromised. Your body starts losing calcium in the bones and you get the onset of osteoporosis. When your progesterone goes up, and you get your progesterone up naturally with your adrenal glands, you don't need to have HRT, hormone replacement therapy. They sometimes use progesterone from horse, whereas you'll have a female horse which has given birth to a baby, and they take the progesterone in, and that's what is put in the hormone replacement therapy, and not a very healthy situation. And also contraceptive pills and HRT, they give a constant estrogen stimulation. So estrogen stimulation means estrogen going up, and these are the problems that can happen here: breast cancer, blood clots, etc. So you need to have your progesterone level goes up. When the progesterone levels goes up, it switches off the cancer cell, switches off the cancer genes. It rebalances the cell rejuvenation process. It means what is cancer is that you have cells which grow and don't stop growing. With progesterone, it rebalances it, so cells that need to die will die, so new cells get built. And it builds the bones and reverses osteoporosis. Now with the liver, how do you look after your liver? There's 2 steps in the liver. One of them is, I call it the filtration. Your liver is like a filter. Now when the filter is clogged and got muck, means when food and nutrients go through it, it can't go through it to be filtered because it's blocked. The filter is blocked. It's like a strainer. The filter is like a strainer, but on the strainer there's a lot of muck. How do you remove the muck? You have to do that first. The way to remove the muck out of the liver is there's 2 ways of doing it. You can get some herbal supplements, which is turmeric, dandelion, and milk thistle. You buy them in herbal supplements. Another way of doing it is actually through juicing. You juice celery, dhania or cilantro, and cucumber. You make a juice out of it, and you have it daily. You can and try not to have fatty foods, because it's the fat that actually creates the clogging of the liver, of the filter. So for about a week, try not to have fatty foods like from meats and all that, and have a celery you could even take half a celery a day, half a cucumber and some dhania, and juice them and drink them every day. That you can do this for a week or 2. That will clean up your the liver's filter. When that happens, those problems, the hot flushes, irritability, starts reducing. And then the other step that the liver does, it does the detoxing. It detoxes toxins. In other words, when you eat food, there's toxins, and it removes the toxins. What the liver also does, it balances the hormones. If there's a high level of hormone and a low level of hormone, it helps to rebalance it. That's the function of the liver. It helps with these things. So when you have that in place, then all this starts getting into balance. So if you want to remove your hot flushes, irritability, and reduce your the onset of any cancer or the risk of cancer, work on your liver, work on your adrenal glands, and you will be okay. You'll be doing good. So what foods do you eat for the second part of the liver for the processing of detoxing? It's cruciferous foods, which is broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, spinach, cabbage, and garlic. Also, brewer's yeast, an excellent food for the liver, that it cleans the liver and it helps the liver function. And lecithin, I've spoken about lecithin earlier. Lecithin helps to make cholesterol. So now your liver is also in production mode of making cholesterol. You also need antioxidants. Antioxidants helps with protecting the liver and protecting the oils. You get antioxidants from berries, all color berries, strawberries, blueberries, grapes, onion, and maritime pine bark. You get those are antioxidants. I will provide articles and links to these articles for those things I'm talking about. An article for liver, there'll be an article for the adrenal glands, article for antioxidants. And on your diet, I always recommend to move onto a diet which is 20% acid foods and 80% alkaline foods. So in other words, certain foods are categorized as alkaline and other foods are categorized as acid foods. Basically, the acid food releases a form of acid when it's digested, and alkaline food releases alkaline juices when it's digested. So your proportions should be 80, or your food should be in your plate. 80% of your plate should be alkaline foods and 20% of your plate should be acid foods. So this is, you don't have to change your diet, it's just that the foods that you like to eat, see which one is acid, which one is alkaline, and balance it like this. And I will provide an article. I will provide the link for the article, for this article as well, so you can know and choose which foods you want to. I think that's all for now on this topic. If you need any help, there's links on the page, which you can write to me and fill in a health questionnaire, and I will respond to you and give you some advice on your nutrition program, which is a personalized one. You'll tell me about your story, what you're running into, you're going to tell me what you eat and what your stress levels are, and from there I will be able to guide you and put you on a path and getting all this recovered. Thank you for listening. I look forward to hearing from you.